You're listening to Ranger Dave.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We is heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck and I'm about to put the hammer down.
'Cause we got a little convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
Breaker, Big Ben, this here's a duck. Now, you want to back off them hogs? 10-4, about 5 mile or so. 10, roger, them hogs is getting intense up here.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But they's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go a-hunting bear.
'Cause we got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing but to get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
You want to give me a 10-9 on that, Big Ben? Negatory, Big Ben, you're still too close. Yeah, them hogs is starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10.
Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them setting on the scales. By the time we hit that shy town, them bears was getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bears, and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line, we went for broke, with 1,000 screaming trucks, and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus.
Here, rubber duck just sodbuster. Come on there, yeah, 10-4 sodbuster. Listen, you want to put that microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's hauling dynamite, and he needs all the help he can get.
Well, we laid a strip for the Jersey Shore and prepared to cross the line. I could see the bridge was lined with bears, but it didn't have a doggone dime. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck. We just ain't going to pay no toll. So we crashed the gate doing 98. I says, let them truckers roll 10-4.
'Cause we got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
All right, 10-4, Big Ben, what's your 20? Omaha. Well, they ought to know what to do with them hogs out there for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're going to back on out here, so keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your tail. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's a rubber duck on the side. We gone, bye-bye.
Hey truckers, this is your off-ramp for fun. This is the Ranger Dave Show. You know, I've spent a lot of time driving across Canada, many trips, and there's always trucks on the road. There's trucks everywhere you go. I remember one day, and I hate having a truck behind me. I don't mind following them, though. And one day I was driving along in the hypnotic sort of haze you get into on the prairies. Oh, all that straight driving, you know, steady gas pedal, watching out for cops. And I was thinking, what is that in front of me? What is that? You know, I've been looking at it for a long time, but what is that sock with the 2 tennis balls in it? And I thought about it for a while. And I noticed the sexy girl on the mud flaps. Always noticed that. And I thought, oh, that's a symbol of the trucker. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. And I just wanted to take some time, have a bit of fun, entertain drivers. Like I say, I've driven a lot myself, and nothing better than having good tunes on the radio. So that's what I've got. I've got trucker tunes on the Ranger Dave show tonight of all different flavors and genres, and I hope you dig it. Well, we started out, of course, with C.W. McCall. I've been in the convoy myself. And, a thought I had was, the United States has Johnny Cash. Dresses in black, bit of a rebel, kind of a harsh tone at times, but a very sweet singer. And then we've got Stompin' Tom Connors. Dresses in black, kind of a smart-ass, funny guy, and a bit harsh in some ways musically. I mean, he'd go through a piece of plywood every time he played, because that's why they call him Stompin' Tom Connors. Well, here he is, our hero, man of the road, Mr. Stompin' Tom Connors.
This here next song is a story about the fellow that was hitchhiking away down in southern Nevada. Along come this big, long truck loaded down with potatoes. And the trucker put on the air brakes and pulled over to the side and said, "Jump in, son. Throw in your bag and the one you're carrying." And he said, "Where all you been, son?" Well, he said, "I've been everywhere, man," and that's the name of this one. I was hitchhiking down along the dusty Winnemucca Road. Along came a transport truck with a high canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca, Mac, with me you can ride. I climbed into the cab, I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand. I said, "Listen, bud, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, I braved the mountains there, man. I've traveled, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere." "Where you been?" he says. "Oh, let me see now, a couple of places. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, South Dakota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Matamala, Paloma, Durango, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Manitoba, Warren, Kalama, Delaware, McKellar. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathed the mountains there, man. I travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere." "Is that right?" he says, after a long pause. And I says, "Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Califas, Finn Rock, Halifax, Little Rock, Argus, Tennessee, Hennessy, Chippewa, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Other Lake, Larder Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. I travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere." This truck driver turned around again to me and said, "Look, buddy, if you ain't Hank Snow, don't you ever shut up?" And I says, "Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Omaha, New York, Newark, Costa Rica, Utah, Montreal, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Mexico, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Castanina." See what I mean, Jack? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. I've traveled, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. And this truck driver turned around again to me and said, "Look at here, buddy. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of you talking about all these United States cities and towns. I'm a Canadian truck driver, and I want to hear a little bit of the North Country for a change." Well, I said, "There's always North Bay, and heading up into northern Ontario to places like Temagami, New Liskeard, Haleybury, Cobalt, Timmins, Ansonville, Kirkland Lake, Cochrane, Capas, Casing, Hearst, Geraldton, Beardsmore, and the Lakehead. And heading from Nipigon down 17 into Scriber, Marathon, White River, Wawa, and Sault Ste. Marie. Heading eastward from the Sioux on 17 to Thessalon, Blind River, Elliott Lake, Manitoulin Island, Espanola, Sudbury, Cache Bay, Sturgeon Falls, and back to North Bay. Heading down south now, number 11 to Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Aurelia, Barrie, Aurora, Newmarket, and even Stouffville, and another town we all know well called Toronto, Plattsburgh, Hanover, Colorado, Winnipeg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Colorado, Laramie, the Alamo, Chattanooga, Vancouver, Jasper, Nebraska, Alaska, Palaga, Caribou, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, Dodge City. What a pity, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, fair man. I breathe the mountains, there, man. I travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Well, this truck driver looked at me again and he said, don't you know nothing about the Maritimes at all, boy? Yeah. He had the audacity to ask me. Of course, you Newfoundlanders wouldn't understand that word. That's a big word I learned in Skinner's Pond School, Prince Edward Island. Didn't really mean that, you know, but I had to say it anyhow. Yeah, he says, don't you know nothing about the Maritimes? I said, look, mate, I can tell by the big spuds in the back of your rig you must be a spud picker from Prince Edward Island. I can tell you that much about the Maritimes. You must be friends with them there blue nosers from Nova Scotia and the New Brunswick herring soakers. Not to mention anything, of course, about them squid jigging lads from over Newfoundland. Now, the run of the towns in the Maritimes goes like this, mate. There's Moncton, Chatham, St. John, Campbellton, Grand Falls, Sackville, Newcastle, Fredericton, Charlottetown, Summerside, Glace Bay, Annapolis, Spring Hill, Sydney, Manchester, Glasgow, Antigonish, Windsor, Truro, Gander, Buena Vista, St. John's, Stonebrook, Quarterbass, and Mr. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, fair man. I breathe the mountains there, man. But there's just one place I haven't been. Tramp on the gas and roller, man. Soon we're going to be there, man. Soon we're going to be there.
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
Okay,
No, what are you doing?
it's going to be a double feature. Splendid.
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off with the pride so biggles. He's got to catch the boat to make Clementine, then he hits up that old New Brunswick line. To Montreal he comes just a-flying with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now the Ontario Provincial Police don't think much of Bud. Yeah, the cops have been looking for the son of a gun that's been ripping the tire off the 401. They know the name on the truck shines up in the sun. Green Gables. But he hits Toronto and at 7 o'clock when he backs her up again the terminal dock, and the boys gather round just to hear him talk about another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now I know a lot of people from east to west that like the Spuds from the island best, 'cause they'll stand up to the hardest test. Right on the table. So when you see that big trucker rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye, 'cause that's Bud the Spud from old PEI with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud on the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling, because he's got another big load of the best doggone potatoes that's ever been growed. And they're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island.
You'll discover tonight that this blend of music isn't really like JR Country or anything. I have my own kind of truckin' music. One of my favorite truckin' bands, believe it or not, is Commander Cody and the Lost Planet Airmen. And their album, their live album, we got a live one here for you, it's a masterpiece. A truck driver's dream, you might say. Well, here they are, Commander Cody and the Lost Planet Airmen.
Thank you so much. We're going to do a song for every truck driver here tonight. We got a lot of truck driving songs, so stick around. This is one me and old Bill wrote, and me and old Bruce are going to sing it for you. I took 3 bennies and my semi-truck won't start. Well, here I sit, all alone with a broken heart. I took 3 bennies, and my semi-truck won't start. Well, I hauled my rig out of San Jose. I gotta be in Cincinnati Monday morning before I draw my pay. Can't waste no time in this all-night grill. So I jumped in my Jimmy and I popped a few little white pills. Well, here I sit, all alone with a broken heart. I took 3 bennies and my semi-truck won't start. Well, I got a gal way back in St. Louis. I got a tall red-headed mama up in Kalamazoo. Well, she waiting for me, and I'm gonna be late. Well, it'll be about noon before I'm on my way. Well, here I sit, all alone with a broken heart. I took 3 bennies, and my semi-truck won't start. Well, here I sit, all alone with a broken heart. You know, I took 3 minutes, and my semi-truck won't start.
Just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. 18 wheels spinning to race it on, and I'm winning, rumbling down that road on that heavy load. And 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. That Luma chickens, those sweet Sonoma grapes. It don't matter what I'm hauling, I've got what it takes. Flatbed bobtails, fancy dumps. When I say go, my rig just jumps. And 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. 18 wheels spinning to race it on, and I'm winning, rumbling down that road on that heavy load. And 18 wheels just keep on spinning around that Frisco Bay. Tons of wire, I'm rolling like my tail's on fire. Can't seem to stop, Lord knows how I'm trying. I'm rumbling down this big old hill, I surely hope that I don't spill, cause I gotta keep these here wheels a spinning till the end of a working day. 18 wheels spinning to race it on, and I'm winning, rumbling down that road on that heavy load. And my 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay.
There's all kinds of things you need when you're on the road, things that'll keep you going. Something you carry in your pocket or a brown paper bag. It's hard to say. Radio, that helps. But, I can recall a time when I had a bottle under the seat, would drive around. I learned my lesson, though, and, of course, I don't drink now, so that's not an issue. Drank a lot of coffee. You kind of... Sometimes you just drive from Tim Hortons to Tim Hortons as you cross the country, as you know. But every trucker has their own solution. Here's a couple. This is Bud Brewer.
Been pushing that diesel since early dawn. Ain't had no sleep, don't know how long. Whole lot of trouble making them curves. I gotta have a little something to settle my nerves. Well, hey, little waitress, make my coffee strong. A pack of king-size filters and a country song. A little box of whiteys help pick me up. Caffeine, nicotine, Benzedrine, wish me luck. Rolling down the highway with the heavy eyes, I saw a lit up billboard that she advertised. Everything for the trucker, lots of parking space, and a sign out front says, this here is the place. Well, hey, little waitress, make my coffee strong. A pack of king-size filters and a country song. A little box of whiteys help pick me up. Caffeine, nicotine, Benzedrine, wish me luck. Well, I got hung over, I left Chicago late, and the big boss man, he don't like to wait. If us in the morning, gotta burn the wind, and I ain't gonna make it in the shape I'm in. Well, hey, little waitress, make my coffee strong. A pack of king-size filters and a country song. A little box of whiteys help pick me up. Caffeine, nicotine, Benzedrine, wish me luck.
Big Mac moving on highway sound. It's got it wide open and southway bound. I had my pack over my shoulder, so I don't feel much older. Captain laying on the barroom floor, ain't going back to that town no more. Well, he said it looked funny, would leave me alone. Big Mac, move on now, take me home. Whoa. Take me where I can be free. Take me where my lungs can breathe. lady on the sunlit porch, cigarette burning like a noonday torch. Stayed a little while and I stayed a little longer. It got a little while and it got a little warmer. Turn me loose and take me home. Take me where I can be free. Take me where my arms can be.
Listening to the Ranger Dave Show on islandsradio.ca, a secret hideaway in the Gulf Islands of British Columbia, Canada. Here for your musical entertainment and pleasure, Ranger Dave Show.
Truck driving man, his man's best friend 'cause he's a backbone of the fatherland. You're having trouble, shut down on the road. He said, lend a helping hand. Got a smile on his face, he loves them, yes he does. For everyone on the road, he's working all day and he's working all night. Carrying this country's load. Now I see him up there, sitting so high. How many miles are there on wheels? He's working vacations, holidays packing with the boss man dead at his heels. I gotta get moving, gotta get to it, hear me, gotta get to town and get gone. It's a hard way working and knocking them down before the trucking man working goes on. Let me hear it.
So that's what I mean about different kinds of trucker songs. That was from 1969. That was Moby Grape from an album called Moby Grape 69. And the song was Truckin' Man. Before that, from an album called The Unborn Child, which in itself is a politically incorrect album, I guess, by Seals and Crofts. That was Big Mac with a great guitarist. His name is Louis Shelton. And before that, we had Bud Brewer singing about caffeine, nicotine, and benzodrine. Now, I think these next two songs are a perfect contrast. The first song is Truck Driving Son of a Gun, and the next song is Truck Driving SOB. This is Dave Dudley.
Cute little gal in every eastern town, from Boston to St. Louis. There's some that I don't even know, but I'm looking forward to, 'cause I like my women everywhere I go. So roll on big wheels, don't you roll so slow. Peggy Ann is a-waiting in Memphis, and Betty Lou in Maine. I got a good old gal in Knoxville, but man, I forgot her name, but not her figure. I remember that. Yeah, I'm a kiss-stealing, a wheeling-dealing, a truck-driving son of a gun. There goes Joe, flying low, making up his time. But from where I sit, I don't believe you'd say I'm wasting mine. I'm moving faster than a Jimmy 8. If you think I'm losing time, you're running late. I got a steady little baby waiting back home for me. But there are 6 more towns to go till I'm back in Tennessee, and 6 more women, at least I know. Yeah, I'm a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing, a truck-driving son of a gun.
Sorry, baby, gotta go, 'cause I'm truck driving son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. I'm a truck driving son of a bitch.
I'm a pill popping, JoJo eating, truck driving son of a bitch.
A chicken fried steak eating, truck driving son of a bitch.
A $5 shower, duty girl, happy hour, truck driving son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
What's your 20 there, 10 ball? Buddy.
You're ready, 10 ball.
Drinking beer at my favorite bar, the Chrome Nudie Girl Inn. Truckers don't like shuttle bus drivers, and a slew of them walked in. Rather drink with a Smokey Bear and get the hemorrhoid itch. Me
me and Bob beat the shit out of them, 'cause I'm a truck driving son of a bitch.
Truck driving son of a bitch. I'm a truck driving son of a bitch. A sideburr wearing, red man chewing, truck driving son of a bitch. Thelma and Louise hating, yeah. Truck driving son of a bitch, yeah. Truck driving son of a bitch. Chain smoking, CB joking, truck driving son of a bitch. Yeah. Oh, don't slap me on the face, 'cause I'm a truck driving son of a bitch. I'm a truck driving son of a bitch. Truck driving son of a bitch. I tell you, I'm a truck driving son of a bitch. Gear shifting and chicken licking, truck driving son of a bitch. Oh yeah. Hey, come on. Hey, jeez, man. I thought you were a girl with all that hair. Where you going, boy?
Hey, dude, I'm going to a folk festival in Aspen.
Oh yeah, no kidding. The fuck out of my truck.
Well, that was Deadbolt from an album called Voodoo Trucker. Now we're going to play some more traditional trucker tunes by a couple of my favorite guys, Junior Brown and Red Simpson. And we're going to start out with the Nitro Express.
They say I gotta be half crazy to be doing what I do. I'm a slap happy, gear jamming, coffee drinking, truck driving fool. I might have a little shimmy in this cracker box Jimmy, but I ain't never cracked up yet. The more I try to make a buck in this beat up truck, the more semi-crazy I get. Yeah, I'm semi-crazy. I gotta be half nuts to keep running up and down the road in these semi-trucks. I had half a mind to slow it down for a time, but I'm never gonna give it up till I'm pushing up daisies. I'll be semi-crazy.
I'm just a truck driving fool who never finished school. I got my learning at the old truck stop. They said I won't amount to much when a gear shift and a clutch was the only education I got. I'm just an old blue-collar, semi-crazy road scholar. They tell me that I'm half insane, that I've been driving so long. I got diesel in my blood and 90 weight oil on my brain, 'cause I'm semi-crazy. Yeah, about half nuts. To keep running up and down the road with these semi-trucks. I might have had half a mind to slow it down for time, but I'm never gonna give it up till I'm pushing up daisies. I'll be semi-crazy.
Everybody says we're dingy 'cause we're too semi-crazy to stop. That's the handle that we're stuck with, no matter if we like it or not. Through the deserts and the mountains, the sunshine, the rain, and the snow, we'll be double clutching daddies till we're over the hill, and we're never gonna take it slow, 'cause we're semi-crazy. We gotta be half nuts
to keep on running up and down the road in these semi-trucks.
Might have had half a mind to slow it down for a time, but we're never gonna give it up till we're pushing up daisies. We'll be semi-crazy till they put us in the ground. They never shut us down.
Till we're 6 feet under, we'll be rolling thunder.
Oh yeah, break 1-9. Red, are you out there? You got a Lunier Jr. out here. Come on back.
Hey, Lunier, this is old cornbread Red. How you doing, boy?
Well, I'm a little semi-crazy from driving this truck too long, but I'll be all right.
Me too. What do you think of that?
Well, I was pulling up a grade that's known as the Devil's Crest, hauling 36 ton on a run called the Nitro Express. There was nothing but curves running from the top on down, and at the bottom of the grade sat a quiet little country town. Well, I was dropping off the top when she jarred and the drive shaft broke. Started pumping up the brakes, saw 'em go in a big cloud of smoke. To keep her upright, I knew I had to do my best against a runaway bomb they called the Nitro Express. Now there was 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires that smoked and squealed. I had to ride her down and I couldn't jump free, or there'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. Well, that old trailer leaned each time that I took another curve. My hands started sweating and I knew I was losing my nerve. And I was cussing each rock and every inch of the Devil's Crest, while fighting with the wheel of a rig called the Nitro Express. I sideswiped the mountain so I'd slow her down by rubbing her side. And when the sparks started flying, man, it looked like the 4th of July. I finally got her stopped, but mister, I'm gonna confess, oh, that's the last run I'm making in a rig called the Nitro Express. Oh, there was 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires that smoked and squealed. I had to ride her down, I couldn't jump free, or there'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. There was 36 ton of a detonated steel, over 18 tires that smoked and squealed. I had to ride her down, I couldn't jump free, or there'd be a big hole where that little town used to be. I'm driving this truck on a mountain road. I got a hot rod rig and I'm flying low. My eyes are filled with diesel smoke. Hairpin curves ain't no joke. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. I was out last night drinking beer with the guys. Got an aching head and bloodshot eyes. Climbing up with a pretty little dame. I didn't even know her name. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. If I deliver this hot shot freight, I gotta get a going cause I'm running late. These mountain grades are mighty steep, I can't stay awake, I ain't had no sleep. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. There's a cute little waitress at the bottom of the grade. She's got the coffee already made. I gotta keep my eyes up on the road cause I'm going down the hill with a heavy load. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. Well, I must have closed my eyes for a while cause here I am and I'm a-running wild. I burnt my brakes, stripped my gears, gonna have to ride her down, I fear. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. I wish I'd have left the women alone, but it's too late now cause I think I'm gone. I got myself into this fix just because I tried to mix. Diesel smoke, dangerous curve. Diesel smoke,
danger's curve.
Here's a thought. If you bought it, a trucker brought it. Everything that you have, probably, even stuff that comes by plane, gets on a truck to get out of the airport. Everything you have was trucked. Truckers are your source of your stuff, just, to remind you. And we want to keep the truckers happy, don't we? We always want to keep them happy. I mean, after all, they kept us going the last couple of years when the rest of us were like, in the basement with the Netflix. So that's all I've got to say about that. We just heard 3 songs by Red Simpson and his buddy Junior Brown there with Semi Crazy. And speaking of Semi Crazy, this is the ultimate trucker. This is Dave Dudley doing something that happens sometimes. This is a big danger. Jackknife.
I left Seattle running late. It was raining cats and dogs. The road was slick and full of little tricks, like walking on a slick hickory log. I had 5 axles and a white Mustang, pulling 70,000 on behind. As I rolled her out of town to turn Portland around, I built a fire and let her whine. Blinding lights, rainy night, jackknife. Well, I made that mountain, went over the top, had her rolled out all of the way. I went into a curve that took a lot of nerve as I felt that mountain sway. As that tandem shuddered, then settled down, I heard a air hose snap. There was no doubt I had to ride it out or let her jackknife in my lap. Blinding lights, rainy night, jackknife. There's a lot of operators who can tell you how a runaway rig can kill. So I said me a prayer, then I hit the air and let her jackknife off of that hill. Well, I crawled out of a pile of junk and walked away with a smile. I got out with my life, but a mean jackknife put me walking for a while. Blinding lights, rainy night, jackknife. Jackknife.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in. Keep trucking like the Doodah Man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep trucking on.
Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. A typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings.
Dallas got a soft machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York got the ways and means and just won't let you be.
Most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days they know they gotta get going. Out of the door and down to the street all alone.
Trucking like the Doodah Man once told me. Cars ain't worth a dime if you don't lay 'em down. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been.
What in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on reds, vitamin C, and cocaine. All a friend can say is laid to shame.
Trucking up the Buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time to pick a place to go and just keep trucking on.
Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Got a tip they're gonna kick the door in again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in.
Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, it gets to wearing thin. It just won't let you be.
You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel. Get tired of traveling, you wanna settle down. I guess I can't revoke your soul for trying. Get out of the door, light out and look all around.
Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, what a long, strange trip it's been. Trucking, I'm going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking. Come on, come on.
So that was Taj Mahal doing a Dave Dudley song, 6 Days on the Road. And before that, we heard the Grateful Dead from an album called American Beauty, Truckin'. And we started out with Dave Dudley. Now we're going to play 3 more traditional trucker songs. We're going to start out with Bobby Braddock.
500 miles to Memphis, Tennessee. How in the am I gonna make it there by 3? You better move over when you hear this diesel beller. I'm a double clutching, scale jumping, mile making, tailgating, cop dodging, line crossing, coffee drinking, pinballing, jackknifing, fog timing, wind jamming, late running, gear busting, sort of a feller. There's a pretty little waitress at a truck stop in Birmingham. But I'm running way behind and that throws a monkey wrench in our plans. It's really gonna break her heart when I have to tell her, next trip, baby, I'm a double clutching, scale jumping, mile making, tailgating, cop dodging, line crossing, coffee drinking, pinballing, jackknifing, fog timing, wind jamming, late running, gear busting, sort of a feller. That sightseer holding me up half an hour. He's poking along with 280 horsepower. Yeah, you better move over when you hear this diesel beller. 'Cause I'm a double clutching, scale jumping, mile making, tailgating, cop dodging, line crossing, coffee drinking, pinballing, jackknifing, fog timing, wind jamming, late running, gear busting, sort of feller. That blame tourist. I'm a double clutching, scale jumping, mile making, tailgating, cop dodging, line crossing, coffee drinking, pinballing, jackknifing, fog timing, wind jamming, late running, possum squashing, tourist, aiding, forward banging, roads running, smoke smelling, fist biting, tailgating, cop dodging, line crossing, coffee drinking, pinballing, jackknifing, fog timing.
What are you listening to? I'll tell you what you're listening to. You are listening to Ranger Dave.
I stopped at a roadhouse in Texas. It was a little place called Hamburg Dan. And I heard that old jukebox playing a song about a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. The waitress just brought me some coffee. I thanked her but called her again. I said that old song should have spit me, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I climbed back aboard my old semi, and then like a flash I was gone. I got them old truck wheels rolling. I'm on my way to San Antonio. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. And play the truck driving man. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. One that really ain't no doubt. Let's truck some more. Well, all right. If you don't know what it's all about, you don't quit your trucking, I'll try you'll soon find out, 'cause she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. One that really ain't no doubt.
Little blues there from Willie Nix from the Chess Story, 1947 to 1975. Truckin' Little Woman. Before that, Truck Driving Man by Buck Owens. And we started that out with Bobby Braddock doing Gear Bustin' Sorta Fella. Well, this is one of my favorite groups. Granted, not normally thought of as a trucker kind of listening group, but I think you'll like this tune. Keep on truckin'.
Truck my blues away. I said,
the jam is back to the parking lot now.
Well, it was a couple of Keep On Truckin' songs there. That was Eddie Kendricks. And before that, we heard Hot Tuna from an album called Burgers. And now I'm going to play one of my buddies. This guy crosses the country back and forth. We got to remember that truckers go not only from west to east, they also go from east to west. And this is Morgan Davis singing about his license plate.
You say you're from Vancouver, way out on the Pacific. I think your scenery is really terrific. You got the mountains and the Lion's Gate. I got the blue nose on my license plate. I got the blue nose. I got the blue nose on my license plate. You from the prairies, they mighty flat. You can see a long ways, I will grant you that. Big skies and wheat fields, I think they're great. I got the blue nose on my license plate. I got the blue nose. I got the blue nose on my license plate. We're lost in the fog, we got the unemployment that don't stop nobody from getting some enjoyment. Like Huckleberry Finn floating on his raft. Don't wanna shop on Sunday cause we working on our craft. Working on our craft. We working on our craft. Look that Matt, whittle that wood. You from Toronto, the pace is so fast. Making the money but the money don't last. All your accomplishments I congratulate, but I got the blue nose on my license plate. I got the blue nose. I got the blue nose on my license plate. You may think we're slow, that's an understatement. You gotta take it easy when you're driving broken pavement. While other folks are busy working round the clock, we get our entertainment just from piling up some rock. Piling up some rock. Big ol' rock. You from Montreal, the food lover's dream. You got the maple syrup and you got the poutine. Smoke eating bagels, best I ever ate. I got the blue nose on my license plate. I got the blue nose. I got the blue nose on my license plate. Here's what I love about the Maritimes. What's that? You know about the fishing and you know about the coal mines.
shopping malls, scanning those dashes, those mirrors and visors, the little detectors that ruin it all. Trying to call the one on an 86 T-Bird, pull up slow just as close as I can. Milliwatt seconds on maximum output. We'll dust that puppy with one small blast of my radar gun. Radar gun. I'm making money and I'm having fun with my radar gun. Radar gun. With my brand new radar gun.
Please press 1 to accept the charges.
That was the Bottle Rockets singing about the trucker's nightmare, the radar gun. And we started that out with Morgan Davis from his album At Home in Nova Scotia, which is, I'm sure, where a lot of the Eastern truckers would rather be. Now, when you're driving along, sometimes you get fixated on a certain thing. And Del Reeves got fixated by the girl on the billboard.
Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Who is a girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway? Rolling down the highway in my Jimmy hauling freight from Chicago to St. Louis, Lord, I see her every day. A double clutching weasel like me can hardly ever get a girl to look at him that way. Like the girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. Wow, what a girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. I bet it wouldn't take her very long to get gone if someone would pull a dirty trick and take her towel away. I slow my Jimmy down to 20, that's how many wrecks I see there every day. Caused by the girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. A-doodle-doo-doo-doo. A-doodle-doo-doo-doo. Oh, I love the girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. I guess I'm getting bolder cause I'd rather kiss and hold her than just keep looking at her every day. At 4:45, coffee drinking, eating time, Jimmy shimmied while I woke up the artist that painted the display. Of the girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. Doggone that girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. The sleepy-headed painter said the girl wasn't real and I'd better get on my way. On Route 66 from the billboard to Chicago, you will find tiny pieces of my heart scattered every which way. Shattered by the girl wearing nothing but a smile and a towel in the picture on the billboard in the field near the big old highway. A-doodle-doo-doo-doo. A-doodle-doo-doo-doo. A-doodle-doo-doo-doo.
I'm heading west, gonna do my best. See a sweet gal I know. Got a mighty load on this lonesome road and many long miles to go. Truck stop Lucy is waiting for me, not far down the line. She's a trifle flirty with the other guys, gonna give her a piece of my mind. Back up and unload your fickle heart, cause Lucy, I'm moving in. Telling you before we start, I won't tolerate old friends. Truck stop Lucy belongs to me, and I'm gonna make her mine. Truckers, get your gas and move out fast, cause I'm pulling in on time.
not far down the line. She's a trifle flirty with the other guys, gonna give her a piece of my mind. Back up and unload your fickle heart, 'cause Lucy, I'm moving in. Telling you before we start, I won't tolerate old friends. Truck stop Lucy belongs to me, and I'm gonna make her mine. Truckers, get your gas and move out fast, 'cause I'm pulling in on time.
I'll regret till my dying day ever getting my first set of wheels. I've had to drive them every night and day, trying to make enough to pay my bills. Lately I've been seeing two of everything, and I ache from my head to my toes. I took so many pills, I bet you when I die, they'll never get my eyes to close. 10 days out and 2 days in, I kiss my baby and I'm gone again. My old dog bites me every time I come home. I've been on the road too doggone long. A truck driving man just can't win. 10 days out and 2 days in. I got to keep this big rig rolling to feed my wife and 7 kids. I don't know how everything happened, but buddy, I know that it did. 'Cause I don't see very much of my baby since the day I put the ring on her hand. I come home today and my little boy said, "Mama, who is that man?" 10 days out and 2 days in, I kiss my baby and I'm gone again. My old dog bites me every time I come home. I've been on the road too doggone long. A truck driving man just can't win. 10 days out and 2 days in. And I'm gone again. My old dog bites me every time I come home. I've been on the road too doggone long. A truck driving man just can't win. 10 days out and 2 days in.
That was Joe Mathis, 10 Days Out and 2 Days In. And before that, we heard Gene Crabb singing about Truck Stop Lucy. And then before that, it was Del Reeves singing about the girl on the billboard. This is Johnny Dollar.
The field, slipping and sliding like an automobile, 'cause she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Boy, that really ain't no doubt. You ain't treat me right. You're leaving in the morning, don't come home tonight. 'Cause you're a trucking little woman. Yes, man, you're a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Boy, that really ain't no doubt. Let's truck some more. find out, 'cause she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Yes, man, she's a trucking little woman. Boy, that really ain't no doubt.
You are listening to the Ranger Dave Show.
When I was just knee-high to a puddle duck, Santa Claus brought me a little toy truck, and I drove 10,000 miles in our front yard. Well, I said right then, when I get grown, I'll have me a big truck all my own, and I made it too, but boys, it's mighty hard. Between dodging scales to make up time, getting caught 10 times out of 9, this 18-wheeler, she's making a wreck out of me. I got tickets from all the best towns around, and when I made the terminal today, I found some smart jokers done got my seniority. My little lady and the union, they're just alike about changing their minds and a going on strike, and the worry I do about them two ain't no fun. Well, I was headed home from Portland, Maine, when the union started having labor pains. Dagger, she didn't too, and now I've got a son. But I bet you one thing, that kid of mine won't ever get at Christmas time. It's a little toy truck like Santa Claus brought to me. And if he ever mentions having one around, I'll tan his little hide till he can't sit down. No more gear jammers in this here family. No, sir, I want that boy to get him an easy job. You know, like after all, he could be president or ambassador to Music City, USA, or governor, secretary of state, anything. But me right now, I'm gonna park this rig and get a cup of coffee.
Well, I'd been pushing my rig for 14 days when I pulled in the terminal gate. Because of sleet, rain, and snow, I was running about 3 days late. I checked at the dispatcher's window to see what they had for me when they handed me a note which said I was due in Cape Kennedy. Well, I climbed up in my sleeper, not much use going home. I'd phone the wife in the morning and grab a bite and I'd be gone. I cranked up my old Freightliner, checked my brakes and then my tires. Just about 8 hours later, I was passing through Fort Myers. When I arrived, they backed me up to a missile under the ground, loaded my old flatbed rig with 80,000 pounds. I signed the book and passed the guard at 7:35, when I noticed in red letters, danger, this missile is alive. Now you talk about a nervous wreck, my clothes were soaking wet. I had to use the sleeper curtain to wipe away the sweat. I could even picture my mother-in-law at my house drinking beer after they cashed in my insurance that I took out last year. My old diesel jogged along, rocking back and forth, through the southland to the mountains and just a little farther north. In my mirror, I could see my hair was turning gray. My eyes looked like 2 poached eggs on top of Georgia clay. Then, somewhere in North Carolina, I stopped to change my pants. I was the biggest laugh at that truck stop doing the St. Vitus dance. I ate a pack of no-dos, swallowed a bottle of Coke, bought a pack of cigarettes, and I don't even smoke. That night, I hit the old Blue Ridge and started up the climb. Snow and sleet, 4 feet deep, too scared to look behind. Around Dead Man's Curve and Horseshoe Bend, down to the lowest gear. I read a sign upon a rock saying that heaven was near. Now, I don't mind telling you, I prayed out loud and felt real proud when I found that missile place. I wondered if it would go to Mars or somewhere else in outer space. I told the man about my ride and how I sweated blood. He said, son, this is the government salvage yard. That missile is a dud.
That was Charlie Moore and Bill Napier singing about the pinball blues. As I said, sometimes you get fixated on something when you're on the road. Before that, Larry Scott with the Truck Driver's Nightmare. And we started out with Johnny Dollar singing the Truck Driver's Lament. Now, Red Simpson is going to tune us in with Truck Driver's Heaven.
When I hit the road, I just can't make no time. When I hit the road, I just can't make no time. I have to stop and shoot the pinballs all the time. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I love that old machine, I'll shoot it all the time. I stopped in Georgia just for an hour or two. I stopped in Georgia just for an hour or two. But I spent 3 days just a-shooting them little balls through. Got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I love that old machine, I'll shoot it all the time. About the pinballs every night. I dream about the pinballs every night. Trying to figure out a way just to turn on all them lights. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I love that old machine, I'll shoot it all the time. When I'm gone and my rig is parked in the shade. When I'm gone and my rig is parked in the shade. Just set a pinball machine on the spot where I'll be laid. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I got the pinball blues and I can't keep a dime. I love that old machine, I'll shoot it all the time.
Some of the prettiest trucks I've ever seen. Why, there was rigs with solid gold wheels and diamond-studded stacks. And instead of chrome, there were strips of silver running from the front to the back. Oh, they sure did look fine. And you know who met me at the gate? Why, it was Big Joe himself from Phantom 309. He smiled at me with a twinkle in his eye and said, "Come on in, I'd like to show you around." I said, "Okay, Big Joe." Then he showed me a row of trucks, There was the big mama, the roadmaster, the widowmaker, and old Giddy Up Gold. We talked about trucks and truckers and all the roads that they'd crossed. Then he said, Red, I'd like you to meet a trucker who gave his life to save a patrolman. And I shook hands with Mr. Glenn Goss. And oh yes, little teddy bear, I met your daddy too. And let me tell you, son, he sure is proud of you. Your dad and I had quite a talk, and he said for me to tell you, little Teddy, that pretty soon you'll be able to walk. Well, I asked Big Joe what plans he had for the future and who he had booked in for the next few years here in Trucker's Heaven. Then he opened up his golden logbook sprinkled with stardust and started to read. Dave Dudley, Red Sovine, Dick Curlis, C.W. McCall, Cletus Macker, Dale Reeves, Bill Woods from Bakersfield, Doy Odell, Hello, I'm a Truck, Red Simpson. Hello, I'm a Truck, Red Simpson. Well, that's when I woke up, and I'm sorry I did. 'Cause I dreamed I was there in truck driver's heaven at that big truck stop in the sky.
Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling. I'm coming home to you. I know my baby's waiting, the sweetest ever seen, with big blue eyes that sparkle. She's a truck driver's queen. From Caroline to Alabama, on down that Georgia line, I've never seen no one as sweet as that gal of mine. As I put the miles behind me with a headlight burning bright, gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm coming home tonight. Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm coming home to you. I know my baby's waiting, the sweetest ever seen, with big blue eyes that sparkle. She's a truck driver's queen. Truck stop all up and down the line. I've seen lots of pretty girls, but none as sweet as mine. With big blue eyes that sparkle, she's the sweetest I ever seen. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling to a truck driver's queen. Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm coming home to you. Sweetest ever seen, with big blue eyes that sparkle. She's a truck driver's queen.
That was the Willis Brothers singing Truck Driver's Queen, and before that we heard Red Simpson singing Truck Driver's Heaven. Now we're going to find out what truck drivers do. This is Durwood Haddock.
When AC Joe was 39, he had him a wife and a son. And late one night his wife said, Ace, I need somebody, but you ain't the one. Well, talking fast wouldn't change her mind. The next night she was gone with a trucker man in a moving van. Truck drivers turned her on. Well, AC Joe, he cussed and cried. There wasn't nothing he could do but pull himself together. Said, woman, you'll see I don't need you. So he raised his boy to be a man, but the boy was like his mom. And one fine day he drove away in the prettiest rig you ever saw. AC Joe, they've left you all alone. Get you a truck and change your luck. Truck drivers turn them on. Well, yes, it's true, a man needs a woman. AC Joe found him one. Her name was Ruby, and she was a beauty, and best of all, she was 21. Well, everybody but AC knew that Ruby'd been around, and time and again truck driving friends hauled her around with
gone from home for just about 1 year. He returned one night to see his pa, but first he wanted him a drink of beer. Well, that's a natural way for a man to be, any boy would do the same. So he found a bar and a pretty woman, she said Ruby was her name. Acey Joe, they've left you all alone. We'll get you a truck and change your luck, truck drivers turn them on. Well, Ruby and the boy, they fooled around till most of the night was gone. Then the boy, he said to Ruby, baby, it's time we're moving on. Being the kind of a girl she was, Ruby was ready to roll. She climbed aboard his big old Ford and said to hell with Acey Joe. Acey Joe, they've left you all alone. You need a truck to change your luck, truck drivers turn them on. You need a truck to change your luck, truck drivers turn them on.
And now a word from tonight's sponsor. This is Wildman Fisher. Take it away, Wildman.
Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. They have nice people there. They'll show you where the records are. Where are the records? They're over there. They're all over the place. Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. You can get Herb Alpert and Jackie Lomax for 40 cents. Da-doon, 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 da-doon. Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. Go to Rhino Records on Westwood Boulevard. On Westwood Boulevard.
I wheeled into a truck stop in Texas, a little place called Hamburger Dan's. I heard that old jukebox a-playing, song about a truck driving man. That waitress done brought me some coffee. I thanked her and I called her back again. I said, you know, that song it sure does fit me, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put another quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. Climbed up aboard my old semi, then like a flash I was gone. I got them old truck wheels a-rolling, now I'm on my way to San Antone. When I get my call up to glory, they'll take me away from this land. I'll head this old rig up to heaven, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put another quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. And play the truck driving man.
Hello, I'm a truck. You've heard songs about truck drivers, many times their stories told. How they pulled out of Pittsburgh for 6 days on the road, about the Feather River Canyon and climbing the old Grapevine, that old roadhouse down in Texas, and the girls they've left behind. You've heard their tales of daring, and I think that's just fine. But if you can spare a minute, well, I'd like to tell you mine. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee cranking nuts.
They'll drive their way in glory, and they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Well, there he sits in that cafe, drinking coffee and telling lies. Probably telling them how he topped that hill 10 miles back. He ought to tell them how he missed a gear and that Volkswagen bus full of hippies passed us like I was sitting up on jacks. Or how we took that curve over on 66. Hadn't been for me hanging on the shoulder, we'd have both wound up in the ditch. If we're on time, he takes the credit. If we're late, I get the blame. Up those hills with shutters open, my stacks are running flame. My tackle running red light, sucking diesel from the tanks. I'd take him south and bring him back without a word of thanks. So now you've heard my story, and I guess it's my tough luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way in glory, and they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Look at him sipping coffee and flirting with that waitress. And where do you think he left me? That's right, next to a cattle truck. Why couldn't he have put me next to that little pink Mac sitting over there? Gosh, she's got pretty mud flaps. And talk about stacked. They're both chromed. Well, he'll be coming out in a minute, and he'll get that bar, and he'll go around and beat on the tires. You know, for 2 pints of diesel, I'd have a flat on the inside dual. That fix him. I never did like the way he drives anyhow. Thinks he's God's gift to waitresses. He never gives them a tip. Well, I know what he's going to do now. He's going to take out that tape cartridge of Buck Owens and play it again. I don't know why you don't get a Merle Haggard tape.
So that was Red Simpson singing I'm a Truck, and before that, Truck Driving Man by Dave Dudley. And we started that out with Durwood Haddock singing Truck Drivers Turn 'Em On. We're going to go out now with one of my favorite driving songs for me when I was driving across the country by one of my favorite groups going way back. And it's certainly not on the country charts. And before we play McKenna Mendelsohn Mainline Going to Toronto, I want to thank you for listening in. And, you know, when the truckers go by, wave, say hi. And, you know, remind yourself of the great job that they do. And, hey, it's time for us all to cut each other a little slack, don't you think? That's my message to you when you're driving, when you see somebody out there. Don't take the first move and be aggressive. Just give everybody the right of way and, relax, man. Turn the music up. Now, this is Ranger Dave signing out and wishing you all the best, and we'll catch you next time here on the Ranger Dave Show on CHIR.FM, broadcasting from Salt Spring Island. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Le programme, c'est fini. In toto. Kaput.